And hello all, this is Lala Madness, and thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Fierce Review. However, this is also going to be a moment of madness because this is personal and near and dear to my heart. So, this discussion will be about jail inmates who write to a contractor for help with medical assistance. You did hear me say jail inmates. So, I find it to be highly intriguing and very interesting. So, in this note, we're going to get very personal. And you know, nothing about me is off limits. I am an open book. Ask, I shall tell. And you might not even have to ask, and I'm still going to tell. So, you know where to find me at, of course. All social media platforms at Lala Madness. That will be YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and on my Instagram at LalaMadness_official. All right, let's get into it. So, according to CNN, inmates from across the country have sent in many requests to contractors for medical assistance that they did not receive from jails that they were actually incarcerated in. Some of the messages they were sending include "help me before it's too late" and things of that nature. Now that seems like a desperate cry for help, and it means that you're probably about to die and no one's giving you any medical attention, or at least the medical attention that you need in order to survive. That's all I can gather from that, but there could be more. So let's push along. Now, some of the people that actually wrote these letters or wrote out in a cry for help were arrested for crimes from traffic tickets and probation violations from cases of up to 5 years before, where, you know, they were running, they stop and toll your time, which they're only supposed to do for misdemeanors, but now they've been doing them for felonies, and if you are stupid enough to not check into it, they will toll your shit anyway. Look into it when they lock your ass up on some bullshit. Great. Now, many of the issues range from preventable deaths, pain, infections, diseases, and more. Now, here's some of the issues reported by inmates. One inmate actually had reported abdominal pain and an inability to keep down food or water. That inmate actually died a month later from a perforated ulcer that had a pint of blood leaking into their stomach. Now, that death was definitely caused by failing to receive medical attention. I think so, and it was pretty much determined that that was the damn cause. The cause of death is one thing, but is it a preventable death? Yes, because they failed to prevent it by listening to the person when they said they needed medical attention. Okay. Now, another inmate also reported a pain in their breast that was only treated with a basic antibiotic, which turned out to be MRSA, MRSA. Look it up. It's very deadly. It's a very, very dangerous disease. And the end result was that she had to get a mastectomy 2 weeks later after she wrote them 3 times for medical attention. So why did this inmate have to write you 3 times to receive medical attention that she didn't receive the proper medical attention because you did not properly diagnose the situation? Or did you even look into it? I don't know. But they get at least, depending on the jail, $200 to $300 a day per inmate to feed, house, and everything else, and make sure that you receive medical attention. So you mean of all that money that you receive per inmate, and there's thousands of inmates locked up in the same jail at any given time, that you can't find out how to properly treat or cure or make sure that these people are in a livable condition for you to continue to get money off of them? That doesn't make sense to me. Now, a man actually died in a pool of blood and vomit due to sepsis, which was from a case of pneumonia that caused his lungs to swell double the size. How is this happening? How? I mean, like I said, if you have the staff there, the medical staff, you have whole infirmaries and things of that nature to look after these people and to make sure that they, you know, go through their physicals when they first arrive and then treated or receive the proper medication for whatever they've been diagnosed with or they came in with previous diagnosis of. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and put on blast Correct Care Solutions, also known as CCS, which is used by over 500 facilities in 34 states Okay. I'm going to say that again. Correct Care Solutions. CCS. Okay. The company claims to hire qualified employees and enough of them to proficiently do the job. But those records and interviews describe how it is repeatedly relied on inexperienced workers, offered minimum training, and understaffed facilities. How are you understaffed? How are the people that are being contracted to assist these people in their medical care not properly trained, inexperienced? These are from previous reports once they have done surveys and actually have come into the facility and have gone through the paperwork of these people that are being hired to perform this job of medical attention or of being a medical staff to this jail or prison facility where they are contracted at 500 of them in, once again, 34 different states. It's only fucking 50 states here. So at the end of the day, how is it that the majority, and that's 3/4, 3/4 of all the states that we have, contract this company that does not have what they need to have in order to properly treat these people? Now, during the CNN investigation, they determined that the company claims to hire qualified employees and enough of them to proficiently do the job. But these records and interviews describe how it has repeatedly relied on, once again, the inexperienced workers, offered minimum training, and understaffed facilities. So across the country, the same themes have been found. Doctors and nurses have failed to diagnose and monitor life-threatening illnesses and chronic diseases. Failed. Failed means did not do, could not accomplish, didn't make the cut, all that shit. Means you failed to do your damn job that you were contracted and paid and hired to do. So why are you performing that task then if you are clearly cannot do that? But y'all in 30-something states doing it all over the damn place at 500 facilities. How? How are you still there? Okay. Interesting. Okay. Now, CCS employees have denied urgent emergency room transfers, which should have taken place depending on the instance and the situation. Okay. They have failed to spot or treat serious psychiatric disorders and have allowed common infections and conditions to be fatal. That is an end quote, according to the CNN report that they did a full investigation into this situation, being that they've gotten all of these letters and everything else from inmates saying they need help. Okay. Now, in 5 years, the company has been sued for 70 deaths and had certain requests from inmates stuffed in drawers and ignored. One of the countries terminated and ignored. Now, one of the counties actually terminated the services of CCS, stating their performance is morally reprehensible. One of these 500 facilities has terminated the use of these people. One. So there you have about 499 other people that's still using these niggas. How? Okay. Because they probably cheap as hell with they undereducated ass staff. Now, CCS has turned their jail. This is what the jail that actually terminated their services said. They've turned their jail into a sinking submarine. Meaning before y'all asses showed up, we was doing all right. And after y'all showed up, shit started going downhill and sinking. How, if we hired you to make us better and to provide a better service, then obviously they already had. So what they should have did was said, fuck them and stay with the people that they already were with or hired their own staff. But usually if you see something that's too cheap, you know it probably ain't right. They cutting a couple corners, which obviously they did, was cutting them left and right. And now you have, people that